Okay, the purpose of this video is for students to see a demonstration of how they can synthesize a thesis statement from the components of the graphic organizer. Okay, where we left off after that musical interlude, we are now going to add adjectives to our brainstorming graphic organizer. Okay, so on this slide you see the P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, the 5 paragraphs from a jerk on the left. On the middle column you see the brainstorming. Defining political correctness was the brainstorm, my first impression of the abstract concept in the title. And moving down, you'll see the abstract concepts from Roget's Thesaurus that I added in after brainstorming through 177. Over on the right, you'll see the adjectives that I'm adding, and we're going to build from there. After previewing the list of adjectives, any list that you find on the internet, I have posted a list on our website. Try to match an adjective next to number 36 and number 37. Here you see superior, inferior is normal, abnormal. Here you say incompleteness. It struck me that present and absent might fit. Here you see 44 mixture. It looks like absurd and orderly. 90 duality, acceptable or not acceptable. And conformity, agonizing and pleasing. Notice how there's a positive and negative. I presented both sides, the two opposite sides of the adjective, to present two opposing views. Here's the slide now that we begin to construct our draft thesis. We look at the first two: brainstorm from the title, defining political correctness, and from the first abstract concept that was in my personal graphic organizer from paragraph 1, revisit, reevaluate, and decide, which was attached to Roget 177, 36, 37, superior, inferior, and then I added an adjective, normal, abnormal. And here from that is my draft thesis. When defining politically correct behavior in the upcoming election regarding the immigration issue, candidates should define for themselves and share with the public the standard they would uphold if elected to the White House in terms of how they would handle deportation. This slide represents just paragraph 1, brainstorming, and the added Roget's Thesaurus abstract concepts to paragraph 1 and the adjective to paragraph 1, and then we drafted the full paragraph, which you see here. We would continue to do this with paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, and paragraph 5. I'm not going to draw out all the slides, but whatever you see that we're doing here with paragraph 1, taking our brainstorming and then taking our Roget's Thesaurus and our adjective and trying to put it together in a sentence, that's what you would do down the line, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, and paragraph 5. Okay, now that we've developed a thesis, we're going to follow up with another lesson on pilfering, our development of a purposeful information literacy for education research. Okay, that wraps up the graphic organizer and constructing your first few paragraphs of your first journal response, which should just really be about 1 page with a strong thesis, some good details, and some abstract concepts that are well defined. That's our goal. What we're going to do next is start to have another lesson in pilfering, which is what I call our purposeful information literacy for education research. So we're going to go to our library's main page and start there. On the left, scroll down to the library link. Once you have successfully logged into the library database, you'll be offered an opportunity to look at the holdings from various different standpoints. You can search the catalog of books. You can select the electronic databases by subject of your major. If you're a history major, science major, social studies major, nursing major, you can select by subject. You can select databases by title. Once you've identified a database that you like, go by and directly access it by its title. Same with the electronic journals, the American Bar Association, the American Medical Association, the American Nursing Association, the professional journals put out by various organizations, professional organizations that want to reach their, members. When you click on the alphabetical databases, you'll see the grade in link at the top of the page, alphabetical. You can also switch very easily over to the subject databases and organize your search by subject. From the alphabetical listing page, we're going to click over on J. We're going to come up with JSTOR, a great humanities database. We're going to go ahead and type in "search killing an elephant." We're going to come up with a huge database of articles written by professionals who were analyzing George Orwell's work, Shooting an Elephant, and we're going to click on one and download it or read it online. You have a choice of both, and you may want to learn how to do this quickly in this course because we are going to be requiring you to do that for your research paper. So again, learn how to access professional peer-reviewed articles about any subject, in this case, George Orwell's Shooting an Elephant. Once you've downloaded an article that you can see here on the left in its entirety and reviewed it, you can see how here we want to try to paraphrase the exact quotations or anything that we've read in the article. So I've highlighted on the left a paragraph, then I brought it over to the right, and I'm going to paraphrase it. Now look into the middle of the page where my paraphrase. You can see, compare the actual paragraph in the text that's highlighted to my paraphrase. Now what you need to do in in-text citations is then put the author's name in your own words after you've written a sentence such as I've written here, my paraphrase. You want to put the author's name and the page number in parentheses at the end of the sentence followed by a period. Okay, everybody, I wanted to take that opportunity to show you how to pilfer. So there is no requirement for these journal responses at this early stage of our course to include any references. But if you do, I think that you need to practice how that is done and be sure that you have mastered that skill by the time you submit a final research paper in this class. If you have any questions about anything we've covered so far, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I'll see you in class on Thursday.